Hey boxing fans, Miguel Maravilla here with you as we preview this weekend's showdown between Devin Haney and Joseph Diaz Jr. This bout taking place at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. Live on DAZN, a solid showdown between these two lightweights. They will go head to head for the WBC World Lightweight title. Solid matchup. This pitting best lightweights in the division, perhaps the most underrated lightweight in the division in Joseph Diaz Jr. For Jojo, since his defeat to Russell, he has bounced back, defeating Philadelphia's Heaven Farmer by a dominant decision in capturing the IBF 130-pound title. Following that victory, Diaz had a very tough opponent in the Russian Shaka Rakhimov. As you know, the Russian was just tough, brought it to Jojo. Unfortunately for Jojo, because he had an unknown opponent, this was one of those fights that was, somewhat skeptical. But again, a very tough opponent, not the best performance, but a very tough fight as he fought his way to a draw against the Russian, as that was his last fight at at super featherweight, as he moved up to lightweight. For Devin Haney, the young lightweight has been showcased numerous times, headlining his cards, even headlining a card at the theater at Madison Square Garden. Very flashy, very skilled, talented boxer, has all the tools. Very solid win, big win against former world champion Yuriorkis Gamboa of Guantanamo, Cuba. Very impressive for the young Haney. For Joseph Diaz Jr., he is coming off a very solid performance, very great victory over the very tough and always avoided Dominican Javier Fortuna. Very impressive win for Jojo, as he just chopped down, just took it to the flashy, elusive Javier Fortuna, working his way to a unanimous decision victory in this fight this past summer in capturing the WBC interim title. Following the victory, Jojo went on and called out all the best lightweights in the division, since he fought the most avoided in Javier Fortuna. Good win for Jojo. For Haney, Haney was very impressive, scoring the biggest win of his career against former world champion Jorge Linares of Venezuela. In that fight, Haney was just flashy, working the jab, just outworking Linares. Obviously, not the flashy, not the Linares in his prime, but still a big name for Haney. In that fight, Haney was well ahead, on his way to a victory, and late in the fight was caught by Linares and staggered. Although Haney claims he was never hurt, I think everybody defers as he was just wobbly. Linares, again, wasn't the young Linares, but he managed to do enough to, to shake up the young Haney, as Haney worked his way to a decision victory and managed to hang on. In this fight, I'm gonna have to go with Joseph Diaz Jr. Just has faced the more adversity in the ring, just a little more accomplished, just much more experience in that ring. He's had the more experienced opposition. He's fought the better class. He's fought numerous styles, different types of styles, flashy styles. Again, the wins over Farmer and Fortuna. And of course, the defeat to Gary Russell Jr. should definitely serve him well coming into this fight. I still think Haney is still a bit too green to take on a young, hungry Joseph Diaz. Diaz with a lot to prove. I feel that he's gonna work his way to perhaps a very close unanimous decision win. One of those fights that it's 115, 113 all across, or it's gonna be a close fight, but I see Jojo pulling the victory, and we shall see.